Hello, welcome to season 5, episode 1 of the Healthcare Fraud Shield podcast. So some of you might be wondering, where have we been? We haven't been doing the podcast for a little bit. And part of that is just due to just how busy our team is. And we're really working on some amazing things, but we have not stopped putting out tremendous educational content from all areas of our organization. We have so many wonderful subject matter experts. And as you may already know, if you're not on the list, please sign up. We have a monthly newsletter where we put out really great content on specific schemes, specific things to look for. So we've never stopped doing that, but we took a little bit of a break from doing the podcast. But we are back, and my name is Karen Weintraub, by the way, in case you didn't know who I was. I am the Executive Vice President, Healthcare Fraud Shield. I did a good chunk of the podcast before and brought in some different folks from our Special Investigations Unit. They are really involved with our clients and in the industry with fraud, waste, and abuse schemes. So we've decided it's time to pass the torch on to other folks who can revive the podcast and do it a little bit more regularly with some up-to-date content and some nice dialogue about what's going on in the industry. So with that, I'm going to have our new podcast folks introduce themselves. They are Daphne and Mandy. So how about, I'll just go in alphabetical order. How about Daphne, you first?
Good morning. Hello, my name is Daphne. I have been with Healthcare Fraud Shield. I think this is my 4th year now. It doesn't feel like very long, which is a good thing, probably. I am so excited to be here and work on this podcast with Mandy. Her and I had been kind of tossing around the idea for a long time about wanting to learn more in the fields that we're working in currently for our clients and in the projects that we have our hands in. But we just kind of felt like there maybe wasn't a lot out there for some of the newer people in the industry. Not a lot of dialogue has been had about how to do an A to Z project, like how to data mine, how to work up a lead, how to investigate a lead. And we're kind of hoping to hone in our skills and provide a little insight in that area to the industry.
Great. Thank you, Daphne. And to your point, when you love what you do, and we also, I think, all get along, so we really enjoy each other as coworkers, it doesn't really feel like work. And I've been here over 13 years and it has flown by. So it's been great. All right, Mandy, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, everybody. I'm Mandy. I've actually been here for about 3 years. In fact, we're recording this in July, so it's my 3-year anniversary this week.
Yay.
Um, I'm a licensed social worker by trade. I'm also a certified professional coder and a professional medical auditor. Um, so I work on a full service project. So I do everything from lead generation all the way up to recoveries. Our team is so fun. And even though sometimes what we're doing is just looking at numbers all day, we still have the best time. And I'm just eager to kind of share what I've learned along the way.
Excellent. And I love having folks like yourselves who actually are doing the work day in and day out, be the ones to share the information because you're really on the front lines. Before we get into the actual topic that you're going to talk about, we do have another guest on the line, our graphic designer, Becca. If you don't mind introducing yourself, because when people see all the wonderful content out there, they should know where it comes from. So if you want to say hello.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Rebecca Knipe. I'm graphic designer at Healthcare Fraud Shield, and I've been here about 8 months. And it's been an awesome 8 months. So excited to be here, and I'll be the behind the scenes podcast sidekick, if you will. I'll be helping with the editing and the production, and I'm super excited to help bring the show to life.
Excellent. All right. So this is the official passing of the torch. So Mandy and Daphne, take it away.
Yeah, so we're relaunching the podcast and we are going to call it the F Files. We feel like this is a fun title. Daphne and I are very much into like paranormal sort of things. We love the show, The X-Files. So there's some clever double entendre there, and it's also an homage to one of the best shows ever. Um, but along those lines, it involves mystery and it involves investigation, it involves discovery, and that's kind of what we do every day. We find something weird in the data, we look at it from lots of different angles, and then sometimes it turns out to be something cool and sometimes it's nothing.
I think Mandy and I are both a little bit of what you might call overachievers. So we like to pour our heart and souls into our jobs. We love to do the research and gather the data and provide it in an educational manner that hopefully people will be able to either glean some insight from or possibly use to change a frame of thinking that they were previously on, or maybe even use as a reference for some kind of investigation or summary findings that they're doing in any current matters.
Thank you, Karen, very much for passing the torch to us. We're really excited to take it away.
Yeah, so this was a nice preview into what folks are going to be hearing about. There's a ton of schemes, and the nice thing about what both Mandy and Daphne do and the rest of our teams is, have the data at their fingertips. So not only things that we've seen in the past, but things that are emerging, things that have not really kind of spread out to the whole industry yet, because we have really a good breadth of data at our organization with the number and size of clients that we have. So we kind of see some really neat stuff that we're able to, of course, detect, prevent, recoup, and save money on. And so I will be listening to the podcast as well. So I'm looking forward to hearing what you both talk about.
Because we are so excited to get this podcast started, we are giving a sneak peek of the episode intro today. We hope you love it as much as we do.
In the vast maze of medical billing, most claims follow the rules. Most codes match the care. But every so often, a claim strays from the pattern. A service that never happened. A modifier that whispers a lie. The data twitches, the story doesn't add up. And that's when we go looking. Because when claims get weird, we get to work.
Yeah, we appreciate people kind of hearing the intro. This is the Handoff podcast episode, but the real content is yet to come. And if you have not signed up for our newsletter, you can always go to our website, www.hcfraudshield.com, and you can make sure that you're on that. Of course, it's free. And again, we put new stuff out every single month. So feel free to take a look. And of course, you can always ask us questions. Our information is on our website.